A year ago today, Steph Curry threw in 43 points in Game 4
Oh, my God.
of the NBA Finals, and it changed that series. Faux show. Where does that rank, Goo, on your like when you think of the all-time Warrior memories in the last 10, 12 years? Where does Curry's Game 4 stack up?
You tell me what you think. Steiny, it's not even close. It is number one. They were down 2-1. They were down double digits in that game, staring 3-1 in the face. And you know what that would have meant. So on the Guru metric or metrics, when you do it, means it carries a lot of weight.
Doubt.
And to me, Wardell, if you're listening, you know we love the chef. That performance was the best. And you talk about that raucous crowd in Boston, Shasky Bonte in the house. Steiny, I'm sorry. That is by far number one.
Right.
And he looked like Michael J. Fox in Teen Wolf, the movie.
Yeah, and I agree with you. I think when you talk about greatest games,
yeah, cut that. Whoa.
Greatest games, it does matter when. You know what's funny is the first two that come to mind are basically the two most recent. To me, it's Game 4 and then the 50-point game against the Kings. What else? I'm trying to think. Obviously the Game 7, the loss sticks out, but for different reasons. But, I guess about a year ago today, Steph Curry put on one of the indescribable shows that he's put on over the course of his career.
I'm going to 50 Burger at Madison Square Garden years ago because they were in the process, the 73-win season, am I correct, Steiny?
Yep.
They were in the process of letting everybody know what they were. But when he did that at that cathedral, Madison Square, Steiny, I'm telling you, man, I really believe that was the Warriors and Steph Curry's coming out party. Like, this is real. It's not going anywhere.
They 2013 was the 50-point game in Madison Square
and they
Garden.
looked like babies.
Was David Lee even on the Warriors?
I want to say, yeah,
David Lee, and then of course I think it was Draymond's rookie season because there was that video of Steph running down the court. Draymond was asking for a high five, and he just totally blew by him.
I don't remember that. I remember when David Lee was with the Knicks. He and Steph got into it.
Now, I do not recall.
Do you remember that?
At all.
I want to say David Lee had a game against the Warriors where he
you
went
mean
like
they were playing
40 and 20.
It.
No,
it wasn't a real one. Like,
yeah, well, I mean they didn't fist fight, but
no, but
yeah, somebody help me out here at 888-957-9570. So it must have obviously been before Lee came to the Warriors, which was I think in 12. So yeah, I want to say in 2011 they squared up in Madison Square Garden. And David Lee was like, "Yeah, and Curry was like, "Yeah, don't do."
Oh, okay, I gotta find it. So I'm saying Game 5 against Houston. That's Zuki Mane on the Comcast Business text line.
If you can't remember it off the top of your head.
I believe that was in H-Town.
Okay.
The I'm Back game in Portland.
Oh, yeah.
Game 6. Or sorry, Game 3 or 4,
See,
I believe.
now, I'm glad you brought that up. Because this is kind of what one of the things we may be talking about.
Game 4.
Remember what happened in that game? Something happened in that game that nobody thought was even within the realm of possibility.
Sean Livingston got ejected.
That too.
Dude, you guys wow.
That too.
Where are you going?
Here's where I'm going.
Because I didn't. Sean got ejected.
Hopefully, I have the right game. I'm pretty sure that was the game that Curry didn't play in the first half, then started the second half, then played all of overtime. Now, think about that for a minute. I specifically remember that day, and I wish I knew who the caller was. The caller said, "You know what I think I might do is, because there was a minute. How many minutes do you play him? He was coming off an injury, this, that, and the other thing. And how many minutes do you play? You can't play him for you." And a caller called in and said, "Well, one thing you could do is you could sit him the whole first half, and then play him in the second half so you could." And I'm like, but I was trying to be a nice guy and see nobody ever does that. Well, they did it. Warriors did it.
And it worked out for him.
Well, he played seldom in the first half, and that was the plan. But then when Sean Livingston got ejected, he had to play almost the entirety of the second half just by default. And
he did play in the first half?
Yeah, but he shot terribly, which is probably why you didn't realize he was out there. I think he missed like his first 6 shots or something.
Yeah. And the 707, the game was definitely in New York City.
Yeah, no doubt.
When David Lee and Steph Curry kind of
I thought you were talking about the 50.
Faced off.
What about the double bang? Bang!
Regular season.
But still, it was
you're done.
Those shots were incredible.
They were.
They were. Did that make Mike Breen's career? The bang bang.
Is that the game where Durant threw the CYO pass?
You love me for, dude. We're two peas in a pod on that. Yeah. Like, dude, what's going on upstairs? Where's the elevator? Steiny, the amount of love I'm getting for giving you that hundo, dude. I'm floating.
Oh, really?
Where?
Yeah.
Just text line, YouTube.
Double bang, Mike Breen. The game was in New York. Game 5 against Houston. Thank you for doing the right thing, Goo.
And we got so much. Now, I don't need you to check. I just need you to move on when I say I'm getting a lot of love. Goo, you got one.
All right.
Yeah.
So,
do you guys remember Curry's game 1, their first playoff run against San Antonio? He had 44 in overtime. They lost that game.
Oh, that's the game they
tricked off. Yes,
Yeah.
they did. Good word. What'd they do, Steiny?
They tricked it
no
off.
No doubt about it.
Well, you know what? That's
Ginobili.
funny. Yeah. But that was another.
That was
another
what?
One of the. Everybody thinks they know. So the Warriors, I want to say they lost. They couldn't beat San Antonio.
Yeah.
Then they tricked off game 1, and everyone's like, "Yeah, that's done." They won game 2.
Yeah.
Warriors
and that was
coming
not
back
Steve
and winning
Kerr, right?
game
That
2.
wasn't Steve. That was Mark Jackson.
Yeah, that was
Correct.
Mark Jackson.
It was Mark Jackson.
Oh man, Mark.
Absolutely.
With all due respect.
Hand down,
Fighting for my life.
Yeah. He ain't used that in a while. Mama, there goes that man.
Steph Curry. Nice little ball game about a year ago today.
You think he's rejoicing in this, or
No.
it's nothing?
No.
That's amazing.
He's charting out his next move.
Or moves.
Yeah, my sources are saying Curry's now strategizing about what he wants to dictate to the organization.
Well, that's what's big. He's probably done that before. That's why I don't understand how Wiseman even got here. If the big three that's when you say your boy's a killer, I'm like, that might be Exhibit A. Joe wasn't hearing it.
This is James Wiseman.
What a difference a year
my
makes.
God.
Feels like the Warriors are at a much different place now.